going live again because people like to make comments about how, oh, only the severely disabled require service animals. This person looks completely fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Why would they need a service animal? Hey, tell me gonna use. Yeah, that's better lighting. So, I told them I was going live just for them, but here's my stuff, my pump, all that. Just cut it off because I am done infusing. You know what? I might look perfectly healthy, and you may not get it. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to get it, but you also don't have to sit here and and assume you know anything about my life. Assume you know anything about any of my medical problems because you obviously don't. So this is my pump bag and I'm pulling everything out right now. Ooh, what is that? That looks like a saline bag, which I just got done infusing. This looks like the pump that it was hooked up to. But I look completely mobile. That's why I've got an electric wheelchair. Been approved for it and everything. Just, insurance takes forever. So, how about we don't assume based off of what ignorant people think because, oh, this person, oh, we gotta have our service dogs when there's nothing really wrong. It's just people want a service dog to scratch their ass crack. Okay. Nothing wrong with me. No reason to have a service animal. I'm normal. I look normal. Especially when I got makeup on and I'm walking. Oh wow, did you know that ambulatory wheelchair users exist? Did you know that somebody might walk just fine but still need the mobility assistance? No, because too many people are stuck in the mindset of disability only has one look. Disability only has one look. And if you're not blind or in a wheelchair at any given time, oh look, service dog, then you're not disabled. If you don't fall under the qualifications of what people, I'm rude? Oh, am I? How am I rude? The only one who seems rude right now is you. Am I rude? What do you think? Husband? You must be so miserable. So miserable. How am I rude? Go ahead. I'm rude because what? I advocate? I'm rude because what? People are stupid? Kind of like you, since you want to say I'm rude. You're just stupid. I'm rude because if nobody advocates for us, the people that are disabled, if we don't advocate for ourselves, who's gonna do it? And that makes me rude? Cool. I'll take it. It still does not mean that I'm not disabled or that I don't have medical problems. I can be rude all day. That doesn't lessen my medical problems. It doesn't lessen my disability. Who said I was rude? Oh, just a rude ass in the comments. What was the name? I mean, my mods being them. Let's see. ! Brujo was the one who said I was rude. You know what? Can we add that back? I don't know if I can add that comment back. Yeah. But it's just. I just can't. So. And you know what? You don't have to say that you're autistic. When you go somewhere with your service dog, you don't have to say, I'm autistic. You can state some tasks that your dog performs without ever stating that it's an autism service dog or that you're autistic. You can state other tasks that your dog performs. But, you know, people here on the internet think they know most. So. Right, there's nothing wrong with being autistic. There's nothing wrong with mental problems. There's nothing wrong with being disabled. And invisible illnesses, there's nothing wrong with those either. And, like, we have good days and we have bad days. And this particular comment was over me going into a tattoo parlor back when I had Max. Some of you may have seen it. And I was having access issues getting in to get a tattoo. Why? Because they weren't educated. And that's what the comment was on. But, like, just because I look normal doesn't mean anything. And my service dog can be in a tattoo parlor with me. She's between Max and I don't think I've had tattoos with Maya yet. We have been to a tattoo parlor recently because we went with my dad and I was gonna get tattoos with my dad, but ended up running out of time. But I've had plenty of tattoos where I had my service dog with me, and as soon as I get the chance, I plan on going and getting another tattoo and having Maya there. But who's saying my dog doesn't have public access? Is that what you're saying, Carson? Carson, are you saying I'm confused. What did I miss? Whose dog doesn't have public access? I don't think I've missed any comments. I'm guessing it's in reference to Quit, who said that they just have an emotional support animal. They don't qualify for a service dog, so obviously I think they would know their emotional support animal doesn't have public access. Whose video? Carson, you're gonna have to be a lot more specific here. Specifically, who are you talking about right now? My audio's in and out because I have loud ass birds that won't shut up. So Carson, really quick, be specific who you're talking about. You're not being specific. Nobody knows who you're talking about, and we can't help you either understand or help whomever else understand if we don't know. My name is Dominique. Carson, who? You're just saying yes. Yes to who? Who are you talking about? Thank you. I appreciate that. Still waiting for Carson to specify. This is my port. This is how I get my fluids. Someone in the chat. Are you talking about somebody who said that they could not qualify for a service animal, but they had an emotional support animal? If they watch my videos, I'm pretty sure they know the laws. And if they're saying that they don't qualify for a service animal, but have an emotional support animal, I'm going to assume, obviously, they know the difference between the two, and they probably know that their emotional support animal does not have access rights. So, that's where we'll leave that. But to the other asshole who wanted to comment on the other video, even though every time I tell them I'm going live, come join me, they never did. Yes, they said they had an emotional support dog, and the message directly above that, they said that they don't qualify for a service animal, that they have an emotional support animal, but they did not say they bring it into public. They just said they don't qualify for a service animal. So they know what a service animal is, and they know what an emotional support animal is. So I'm going to assume that since they know what an emotional support animal is, that they're fully aware that their dog doesn't have public access rights. How am I doing? I'm here. I'm here. I am dealing with stupid infusion companies that don't know how to get their shit together. So I had to change infusion companies because mine closed down. And they don't seem to know how to order supplies for their patients. I mean, you think that'd be common sense, but no, they're just stupid. And so I've called my nurse, my home health nurse, has also called them and explained to them, because my Huber needle, there's literally only one Huber needle I can use, one Huber needle that will fit. We cannot, it is impossible for me to use any other ones. And so my new infusion company that is stupid, but meanwhile they have all, shut up! Meanwhile, they have all of these big, great contracts with big hospitals like UAB and all these others, and they claim that they can get any supply for any patient. And you know what I did today? I got tired and fed up with it. I'm about to throw a saline syringe at my birds. Please hush. Shut up. And so I sent a very long message going off, truly going off, because how can you be contracted to all these big places, but every time I talk to one of your pharmacists, yeah, they're just stupid. They're literally just stupid. And my nurses called them and talked to them, and then my nurse went off on them because they're stupid and lazy and don't seem to want to go the extra mile and put in the effort for a patient to have the supplies that they need. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to be getting infusions 6 times a week, and I can't do that because they can't seem to get me the right freaking Huber needles. So I have my home health company trying to get me needles, my Huber needles, even though they aren't a supplier, and that's not usually how it works. And struggling. I'm struggling. I've barely had fluids in 2 weeks because I haven't had the right Huber needles. And this company is just. So I got to send a really long email and I went off and I told them that, if they can, as they say, we can get anything for any patient. Why are pharmacists so stupid that they can't get mine? Why is it that nobody's trying? Why is it that me as a patient that I'm having to suffer because y'all can't seem to get your shit together to get me the one thing that I need to be able to infuse? So, I'm not. I'm not happy. I've not had a good day. I'm mad. I am mad at a lot of things. No, I'm mad at my freaking... Shut up! I'm not yelling at my kid. I'm yelling at my birds. Because they do this every time I talk. But... Yeah, birds! You got it. Good job, Bubba. Yeah, you did it. You did it. So, and so, if that doesn't work, I'm going to just be contacting the CEO of the infusion company because you know what? I'm not standing for this. There is very limited. Whoa! Ah! Here. Hey. Atlas. You want that? So, there's very few infusion companies around me that are able, because we're on a national saline shortage, and so there's very few companies who can even handle the fact that I infuse 6 times a week. And so I've been trying to find others I can transfer to, but nobody can take me because they just don't have it. And so I'm kind of stuck with the one I have, and I am about to raise even more hell than I already have. I'm going to give them a couple of days. It's, tomorrow's Friday. I'll see what happens on Tuesday. I'll see what happens on Tuesday. And if come Tuesday, I'm gonna go my butt all the way up to their, what is it, like their corporate office? Yeah. I'm gonna go to the corporate office and demand to speak to somebody, and then I'm gonna go off because, I would love to fire them and just find somewhere else because my healthcare needs are important, and if they can't get it together and get supplies for patients when my nurse has already called them and told them that is the only thing that I can use because it's the only thing that will fit, and they're still not doing their job, and they basically wanted to tell my nurse, oh well, my nurse, and then my nurse went off on them. Yeah, I'm over it. And so I'm about to raise hell with this infusion company because sadly there's nowhere else that can take me with the amount of fluids that I have to get every week because they don't have access to them because there's a national saline shortage. So I'm mad. I'm having a really crappy day because I've been having to deal with all that crap all day. Oh yeah, and then there's the part where my blood sugar will not stabilize or anything. Austin, how low has my blood sugar been for how many days, weeks now? And no matter what I eat, it might go up for maybe 5 minutes before it drops back down? Yep. And even sipping on the OJ, it's not doing anything. My alarms are constantly going off. My sugar is not stabilizing. There is nothing I can do. And so that I'm, huh? Oh, yeah. Mine. I said mine. But we have alarms. Well, he's synced to my Libre app. like literally my glucose monitor, it syncs to both of our phones, and so he leaves early before I wake up, and then I'll be getting critical lows. Like my sugar is even dropping into the 40s. I am like so close. Like I'm on the verge of it dropping to the point that I'm gonna end up in diabetic coma. My doctors are freaking out. We're trying to figure out what to do. We don't know why it's doing this. And then like I'll eat a noodle cup. It's got 55 grams of carbs in it. It'll spike my sugar from the 50, 60 zone. It'll spike my sugar up to like 180 something. Sometimes it'll hit 200. And then literally within an hour, I'm bottoming back out. So like, y'all, crap sucks. And like, I don't want to go into diabetic coma, but do we talk about all this? No. Because everybody on the internet, oh, she must not be that bad. Oh, that's not bad. I deal with that, blah, blah, blah. The issue is that it is completely unmanaged, and it has never been unmanaged like this before in my life. And so now I'm undergoing all sorts of other testing. And then I'm mad. I'm mad at the world right now. I'm mad at my infusion companies. I'm mad that I am not able to get the stuff that I need. Birds, shut up! I'm not able to get the Huber needles I need to be able to get my infusions. Like, we had to do a peripheral IV just to get me infusions last week because I didn't have a Huber needle that would work. I know he is. I love it. If the chat's not fun, leave. Bye. Aw, Sticks and X, you're here. He's yelling at the birds. I think I'm done venting. Probably not, but you know. Forbidden donut. Not the forbidden donut. Is this my forbidden donut? My God, take the wheel. I try. I have a crap ton of dental work being done Saturday. That'll be fun. And then we'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll go to church Sunday. Fire. I'm sorry. I know what's going on. And look, it's gonna be okay. Just like I told you before, message me. Message me if you need me. Call me if you need me. You know, I'm here. It's gonna be okay. Deep breath. Okay? Deep breath. You'll always have us, Fire Iron. Always, forever and ever. Well, it's good to have you as a friend too. Look, me and Fire, I know a lot of people think like it's just like here on the chat, but like, and yes, I'm sitting here playing with a syringe. Me and Fire actually talk a lot, and honest to God, Fire is like, I can definitely say like one of my best friends, and I am thankful to have him as a friend. I can vent to him, and he listens, and he vents to me, and I listen, and we may live in different countries, and there might be oceans that separate us, but I will always be here. I don't think Fire is gonna talk about it, but you know. Yeah. everything going on with Fire. I will say this, I know what's going on with Fire, and Fire has support, at least from me, and he's not alone. Everybody else can just send him happy thoughts and warm wishes and hugs. I think he'd really appreciate it, but it's a hard time for him. But Fire, it's for such a good thing, and I really do think when you get there, I think you're gonna be so happy about it. Yeah, you always got me. I told you can call me at any time. Which is funny because when I say call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I have no idea if that's 3 o'clock my time or 3 o'clock your time. But, like, I'm here. Well, my first thing is, why are you using a head collar? And I'm not going to be able to be doing this too long because my phone's dying, and honest to God, I want to watch TV with my husband. So, what are you doing, Atlas? And it's, what time is it? It's almost Atlas's bedtime, so. Why are you wanting to use the head collar? Yes, you would do that. Okay, well, here's the thing. Okay, so have you done a bunch of research on head collars? Because I used one on Maya and I used one on Max, but the thing with head collars is it does sit. Maya, come here. Let me move all this. Maya, here. Okay, so the thing with head collars is they sit right here. And that is directly on all of your dog's nerves. So if you're using it so that they don't choke with the normal collar, I'm assuming your dog pulls. Using a head collar for pulling, you can damage nerves. And it's not always the best thing to use, because if your dog's pulling on a head collar, all of that pressure is going right here. So if you don't know how to use it the right way, and if you're not doing it the right way, and heck, I know I messed up with them in the beginning, but there are martingale collars, there are other ways that, and you can, honestly, I would suggest working on your dog walking next to you force free before moving to a head collar. Get you a hot dog and keep it right there by your leg, and let your dog nibble. Don't let him get chunks. Let your dog nibble on it. Get your dog in that mindset of not pulling. You can still use a head collar, and there are ways to still get your dog used to it, but honestly, there are other ways to get your dog to not pull without well, if they know how to heal with the martingale, then it shouldn't bother their throats unless they're pulling. My thing is, you're gonna slap a head collar on your dog. They're gonna want to pull, and it can cause damage. Can you try it? Yeah, you can try. You can do whatever you want with your dog. It's your dog. But what breed is your dog? Is it a breaky breed? Are we talking like pugs, where like, you know, if they have something on their throat, it's gonna collapse their trachea? See, Fire Iron, I don't want to hear about how ill-trained your dog is, because it drives me crazy. Golden doodles. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. Okay, look, personally, I don't like doodles. But I'm not gonna. So look, they accidentally walk too fast. They put tension on the martingale. They have extremely sensitive throats. I'm gonna say that with a golden doodle, and I've worked golden doodles because I was working at a dog training facility. We're not gonna talk about it, because maybe ethics weren't the best there. But what I was doing, I have used prongs on golden doodles. Your dog just has to get used to it, and it's not even so much that they've got a sensitive throat, but I mean, are they coughing and gagging? That's because they're pushing and they're pulling too much into it, which is why they're coughing and gagging, because they aren't healing and they're putting too much pressure into the collar. Oh, and I love you guys. No, your dog, fire iron. Don't get me started. Yeah, and look, and here's the thing. So if your dogs barely tug and they gag, well, what happens when they barely tug? You are doing something that they have learned that if they do that behavior, they're getting whatever else they want. So are they getting more freedom? Are you giving them the line more? Like, are you just kind of letting them go? Because dogs will learn like that. Like, oh well, if I do this one behavior, it'll get me out of this. But and I know you say you feel safer with head collars, but again, and I just want you to know that if they pull, let's say they pull a little too hard on that head collar, all of their nerve endings, this is where the head collars sit. There's so many nerve endings. If you want to try the head collar, you need, alright, like muzzle training. Look at my videos. Go look at my videos about muzzle training and desensitization. You should be able to. Shut up! You should be able to type it in on my channel, muzzle, and it should bring up any videos I have regarding the muzzle. And I'm pretty sure I've got desensitization videos on here, if not on here, on TikTok. You're going to basically do the same thing with the head halter. You want to teach your dog to put their nose in the head halter. It's a new stimuli. You don't want to just throw it on and go. So lower their nose through the head halter with the treat. You want them, when you put it up, when you put it to their face, you want them to get to a point where they're just immediately putting their nose in it. Hey! Shut up! My bird's driving me crazy right now. Yeah, lure them onto the head collar. I look weird without a nose? What do you mean? Where's my nose? My nose is right here. I'm so confused. Yeah, lure it through. Do not use the head collar for corrections. You don't, if you're walking and your dog starts pulling, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pop. You're gonna, the nerves, the sensitivities, you will need to focus. Oh my God, my house is chaos. I was not planning on doing training talk with birds, and you crying, screaming. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you gonna talk? Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah. So just make sure, continue to do your research. Make it a good thing, short intervals. starting off. So get it on, get them to put their nose in, clip it closed, take it off, give them a treat, repeat. The next time you put it on, leave it on for a minute. Are they pawing at it? You don't want them to paw it, so leave it on for a minute, take it off, repeat, repeat, repeat. Go up to 5 minutes, and then eventually you want to get to where you can do it without them focusing on it. Same thing with like when desensitizing to shoes. If you walk them around, and don't walk them on the head collar, walk them on the regular collar at first. Let them just get used to walking around with it on their face. But you also don't want them, pawing at it and everything else. I know nobody can hear me, but my birds won't shut up. So, yeah. I personally think, like, the body vest, like harnesses, contrary to what a lot of people think, harnesses will encourage your dog to pull, unless it's like a no pull harness, and then you can get some more control, but for the most part, don't clip your dog to a harness, especially if you're trying to train a heel. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. It was very hard to sit here and try to. Austin's trying to cover them up right now. Do your research, watch other videos. They are awful right now. Oh, is Sage? Ugh, Sage is being an asshole. I look like the filter with the big mouth. How? What did I do? They'll stop making fun of me. Fire Iron, shut up. I'm done with you. You're fired. Good. But here's the thing, look, personal opinion, I'll get slack on it. No doodle breeder can really call themselves ethical. That being said, yes, you can do health testing and everything else, but they are still mutts. They are not a purebred dog. And when it comes to mixing all of these dog breeds, we are still not 100% sure what we're going to be getting from these dog breeds. Personality, temperaments, mental stability, all of that has yet to be proven.